And would you, the lady in the second page, is she demonstrating a bow stance?
Objection lacks foundation. Calls for an expert opinion.
Again, I'd have to say you probably have to stretch your imagination to say that that was what she was doing.
What is the what does the text suggest that she's doing by way of verbal description?
The document speaks for itself, and the question calls for an expert opinion.
What does it read?
It says stepping with the bow and arrow stance.
But you disagree that in fact whoever that person is not demonstrating a bow stance?
Mm-hmm. There are specific criteria to what makes up a bow and arrow stance done correctly. And my intention in my video here, in my frames here, was not necessarily to teach people to do bow and arrow stance. And the person who is depicted in this book is also not doing a in many respects classically correct depiction of bow and arrow stance.
So neither you nor her are doing a classically correct bow stance?
No, sir.
Okay. What is there about your stance which is which falls short of a classical Tai Chi Chuan bow stance?
Objection calls for an expert opinion, lacks foundation.
Well, Tai Chi Chuan fundamentally is about precision, is about exactness. I mean, the martial aspect of Tai Chi Chuan utilizes the focus on exactness as a way of developing the martial spirit and also developing a certain kind of Qi control. Therefore, the stances, which are part of Tai Chi Chuan, have as specific criteria length and width and weight distribution and height above the ground, etc. In my video of lower body Qi for beginners, the intent was to utilize basic principles of classical mind-body exercise, which drew from Tai Chi Qigong, which drew from Hatha Yoga, Pranayama, etc.
Do you have my question in mind?
Yes, sir.
And that is, how does that not depict bow stance?
Yes, sir.
So you're eventually going to tell me if you're too high or too low or something?
In a variety of degrees. The width of the stance is not a classical bow step. There, as you cannot see from these four frames, as it goes side to side, there is not a exactitude of length either. What we were trying to do is give the people watching the video a way of feeling the physicality of this movement while at the same time maintaining basic principles.
Is there any Qigong exercise which is consistent with the depiction in those frames?
Objection, vague and ambiguous, calls for an expert opinion.
I don't know, there may be or may not be any that don't incorporate use of the hands. There are many Qigong exercises which incorporate use of the hands on top of this kind of lower body structure.